Running injury-free is every runner's dream, but unfortunately 70% of the runners get injured at least once every year as per some of the studies done on the subject. In this video, I will share some of the injury prevention methods that I learned in a few courses recently and by reading a few books on sports science, and also based on my 20 years practical experience of doing workouts regularly on a daily basis by never getting injured. Sudden spikes in the training load is one of the main reasons for running injuries. Spikes in training can be due to two reasons. Number one, sudden increase in volume of training load. To avoid training spikes, we need to monitor our acute workload and chronic workload. Acute workload is the training of your previous week, whereas chronic workload is the training of your previous 4 weeks. If the ratio of acute to chronic workload is too high, it does lead to training spike and ultimately injury. For example, you have been running approximately 60 kilometers per week for the past 4 weeks, and suddenly you increase the weekly mileage to more than 100 kilometers per week, which can lead to a huge spike in training and ultimately cause injuries. The second reason for training spike is due to sudden increase in training intensity. For example, you have been undergoing base period with low intensity workouts by slow running at 5 to 6 minutes per kilometer, and during your very first speed workout of the season, you do interval training workouts of 1 kilometer at 3 minutes per kilometer pace. The intensity as well as the volume needs to be built gradually by progressive overload principle if you want to avoid injuries. Now, this may sound surprising for many, but too much stretching can also lead to injuries. There has been a lot of research recently wherein it has been proved that a stiff muscle is a strong muscle. Also, it is important to do only dynamic stretching exercises before workout and avoid static stretching before workout, which can lead to injuries. Static stretching exercises are to be done only after workout. We will talk more about this important topic in detail in a separate video. Athletes need more sleep than sedentary individuals, and we all know that sleep is a crucial factor that enhances recovery. In a recent injury prevention course, I learned that sleeping less than 6 hours increases your chances of injury 2 times, and if you are sleeping less than 8 hours, the chances of injury increase 1.7 times. Therefore, it is important to avoid caffeine and screens like mobile and TV before sleep. We should also try other recovery methods a few days in a week like massage, swimming, ice bath, meditation to avoid stress, since stress is also another major reason for injury. Improper scheduling or periodization of workouts is another reason for injuries. For example, not giving enough time to recover in between speed workouts and long run sessions. Doing speed workouts every day. Doing more than 2 sessions in a day. We also need to avoid too many competitions and races and periodize our training properly to avoid burnout. If we train in one phase longer, the chances of injury increases. For example, keeping the training load higher for a longer duration of more than 3 to 4 months, like in base or foundation phase. Also, if we keep the speed phase longer for more than 45 to 60 days, the chances of injury increase. Over-dependence on supplements, packaged foods, Processed sugar is one of the major factors for injuries. It has been found out in a few studies that 1 out of every 4 nutritional supplements are contaminated with banned substances. Some of the major side effects of using banned substances like medicines, steroids to enhance performance, based on my vast reading on this topic and also highlighted during a recent course, are: in males, breast development known as gynecomastia, infertility, aggression, liver and kidney damage, high blood pressure, male pattern baldness. In females, the side effects are hair growth, fetal defects, infertility and hoarseness. All these have long-term serious implications on health. What I learned from my experience and by attending the courses is that whole foods and natural foods are best for the long-term athlete development. While it is believed that too much running on the road is a cause of injury, I learned in a recent course that running every day on the synthetic track can also lead to injuries. Running faster on an uneven surface can sometimes be a cause of injury. Running in hot weather conditions when the body is dehydrated can also lead to injury. While there is divided opinion on whether road running causes injuries, it is my belief that we should train our legs to run on a variety of surfaces including trails, roads, grass, sand, synthetic track and uphill roads. Running uphill is a good strengthening exercise. One of the major factors most runners suffer from running injuries is due to not doing strength training exercises, since this causes imbalances in the muscles. I have already covered this topic in detail in my video Strength Training for Long Distance Runners. Not doing proper warm-up before running by walking 5 to 10 minutes, dynamic stretching, slow jogging and a few strides, especially before speed workouts, can greatly reduce the chances of injury. Proper cooling down with slow jogging, backward and side running and a few static stretching exercises will also prevent injuries. Also, we should not forget that there is approximately 30 minutes of window period after workout, during which we have to consume our post-workout nutrition. Last but the most important point, there is an internal mechanism in every human body which releases body signs and signals that will help us to interpret whether the body is ready for a hard workout, easy workout or not at all ready and needs rest. It is very important that we learn to read these body signs, which comes with experience, and train accordingly. Thank you for watching.